What's going on? Ellis in the building, and I represent Sensory Overload. And today I have 7 fragrances for you from the House of Dua, but these are going to be hybrids. The common denominator within these fragrances is going to be that Creed Aventus scent profile. 2 things that I could vouch for Dua. They make a fantastic Baccarat Rouge 540 inspiration or clone, and they make a great Creed Aventus clone. Okay, they got different batches, different notes that are just more prominent to complement the various batches that Creed has made throughout its history. So the first fragrance that I have for you is going to be a Creed Aventus clone mixed with Dosis and Fondo by Profumum Roma. Okay, with this fragrance right here, think of the orange creamsicle. Remember growing up, going to the ice cream truck, the Flintstones push pop? That. So it's going to be Creed Aventus with some oranges and a heavy vanilla in here. This is going to lean more gourmand, okay? It's like a mature orange creamsicle. And I know that may not make sense, like that's a weird, sentence, but when you get your nose on it, it's easy to understand what I'm saying. There's a creaminess to this, okay? This is bright. This could definitely be good for the summer. Some of the notes that you're going to have in this particular fragrance that you see right here, you're going to get citrus notes, bergamot, black currant leaves, apple, pineapple, pink berries. You're also going to get some birch, jasmine, patchouli, rose, musk, some oak moss, some ambergris, and some vanilla. So, some of those notes you do smell. The vanilla is going to be heavy. Citrus notes hitting you right in the face. You do get some of the pineapple, but the pineapple really is laid back. Like you're not even getting much of that Aventus vibe. You just know that it's there. You know what I'm saying? So, if you like a gourmand version of Aventus that has an orange creamsicle vibe, check out Dolce Poseidon. On to the next. Number 2. So number 2 is also going to be another fragrance that's going to complement this warm weather, all right? This particular hybrid is going to be Creed Aventus mixed with another Creed. And it's going to be Creed Virgin Island Water. All right. That one has a lot of love. It's just for being Virgin Island Water because of its tropical essence that smells like vacation in the bottle. All right. So now with this fragrance, we got Poseidon in the Caribbean. Poseidon in the Caribbean. Coconut, pineapple, blackcurrant, bergamot, Jamaican lime, hibiscus, Indian jasmine. You also gonna get some birch tar, rose, yingling, tonkin musk, ambergris, and vanilla. Let's see what this one's hitting for right now. So you definitely get that Virgin Island water vibe just off the rip. You do smell the pineapple and that Aventus influence. It's more like a 50-50 vibe. Definitely smells like a vacation in the bottle. You know what I'm saying? It smells like a luxurious vacation bottle because that Creed, component, how they just turn it up a notch. They got to make sure their brand is on par. Very bright, tropical. You get that lime in there as well. This is definitely something that's going to be perfect for the warm weather, cruise, cookouts, resorts. You feel me? Like just being out and about. You know what I'm saying? I think this will definitely be complementary to that weather. So, this fragrance right here is going to be inspired by Creed Aventus and Creed Virgin Island Water. What I have for you is Poseidon in the Caribbean, Vacation in the Bottle. Number 3. So, number 3 is going to be a relatively new fragrance in my collection. And this fragrance right here intrigued me because when I tell you the 2 components, you're gonna be like, whoa, this might just be the ultimate date night fragrance. So with this fragrance, you're gonna have Creed Aventus. But what you also get in here is Dolce and Gabbana the One, EDT version, all right? This fragrance right here is going to be called One and Only Poseidon. One and Only Poseidon. Coriander, basil, grapefruit, bergamot, ginger, orange blossom, cardamom, birch, patchouli, amber. You can have some cedarwood, tobacco, black currant leaves, apple, pineapple, pink berries, jasmine, rose, musk, oak moss, ambergris, and vanilla. So when I did my initial review on this fragrance, I found that the opening was more so heavy in Dolce Gabbana the One, but since it's had some time to macerate and develop a bit, I like to see if anything has shifted, transitioned along the way. So let's find out. Or does that get a good blast? It still has that Dolce Gabbana opening, but it smells better. Now that I side bit, it smells so much better. It smells spot on to Dolce and Gabbana. When I did wear this fragrance, I found that it transitioned to more so being the Aventus inspiration. So it went from like Dolce Gabbana the One to Creed Aventus. It was just amazing how it goes through this transition process. This will not be a linear fragrance, okay? I'll tell you what though, Dolce Gabbana is a compliment magnet. Creed Aventus is a compliment magnet. This fragrance is definitely going to be a good date night decision. All right. I like this one. It still intrigues me. It still intrigues me. But heavy on Dolce Gabbana in the opening, when you get towards the base, that's when the Creed Aventus influence comes out. If you're looking for a solid hybrid that I know for a fact not a lot of people is going to have, you know what I mean? 'Cause everybody ain't into Farrakhan, they ain't in the community, but they know maybe Dolce Gabbana, they maybe know Creed Aventus. They don't know about One and Only Poseidon. I'm putting you on the game, fellas. This may be something you got to get in your collection, okay? So, Dolce Gabbana the One, mixed with Creed Aventus, we got One and Only Poseidon. On to the next. Number 4. So, number 4 is going to be a nice summer banger as well, all right? It's going to be Creed Aventus, but it's also going to have Louis Vuitton California Dream. And this fragrance that I got for you right here is going to be called Poseidon's Cali Life. Poseidon's Cali Life. You got mandarin orange, pear, bergamot. You got black currant leaves, apple, pineapple, pink berries, birch, patchouli, jasmine, rose, oak moss, ambergris, vanilla, ambrette, musk, and benzoin. So this fragrance right here is going to open up heavy on that California dream or Cali life vibe, right? Lots of citruses, fresh, bright. It smells like it's another one that smells like vacation in the bottle, right? Like chilling in the Pacific Coast in Cali. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've ever been to San Diego, but it's just a beautiful breeze that you get out there. And Cali life is just such a laid back, chill vibe. You know what I mean? And this is that. This makes me think of like a nice sunny day. Hit the beach, hit the boardwalk, be out and about. You feel me? That's what this is right here. Vacation in the bottle, perfect for the warm weather. So this fragrance right here is going to be inspired by Louis Vuitton's California Dream, Creed Aventus. What I have for you right here is Poseidon's Cali Life. Another one that's vacation in the bottle, fellas. Check it out if you want. Not bad. Number 5. So number 5 is going to be a fragrance that I think is going to be perfect for the date night or evening summer wear. All right. Like eating on the boardwalk, you know what I'm saying? Or like the restaurants that's right off the beach, catching the breeze, drinking some margaritas, having good conversation, laughing, joking. Like this gives me that vibe. Definitely something that I do recommend for date nights though, regardless of the season. But check it out in the summer as well. This fragrance right here is going to be inspired by Xerjoff Cruz del Sur 2 and Creed Aventus. What I have for you right here is going to be Poseidon's Desire 2. Poseidon's Desire 2. Ripe mango flesh, pineapple, bergamot, black currant leaves, apple, pink berry, birch, patchouli, jasmine. You have rose, oak moss, ambergris, vanilla, apple blossom, tropical guava, violet leaves, exotic floral bouquet, vetiver, dried fruits, musk, and cedarwood. Now, how I explained this in the past, it's going to be Creed Aventus with mango, guava, dried fruits, and some exotic florals in there. The mango is going to be creamy, like a mango lassi. If you ever try Indian cuisine, that vibe, that's kind of the mango that you're getting right here. I think mango adds such a great touch to the Creed Aventus scent profile. In addition to the dried fruits, the guava, and the florals, like it just really makes a better, enhanced version of Creed Aventus. Like I said, date night vibes for sure. You know what I mean? And it's all season. It really is. I think this could be pulled off in the fall as well. So this one I do recommend. This one had a lot of hype when it first came out. Like it was selling out every time it was releasing. So this one definitely was popular within that dual fragrance community. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that's worth getting your nose on. If you're looking for something that has a bit more of a fruity, masculine, nice sex appeal vibe, can't go wrong with Poseidon's Desire 2. Remember, that's Zherzhov's Cruz del Sur 2 mixed with Creed Aventus. Number 6. So number 6 was one of my favorite duos in my collection. This particular hybrid, I would recommend for someone if they're being introduced to the company and, feeling a bit overwhelmed with the catalog and they just needed something to select to kind of get a understanding of how duo is. I got you. This one right here is Creed Aventus mixed with Baccarat Rouge 540. This started just a long line of casino elixirs, okay? And this is no other than Casino Elixir. Casino Elixir. Pineapple, apple, bergamot, blackcurrant, almond, saffron, birch, jasmine, grandiflorum, cedarwood, amber, ambergris, amberwood, patchouli, and oak moss. Look at that. I've been trying to save this last drop. I'm going to have to buy a backup bottle. I gave my backup bottle away as a gift. So I've been using this sparingly. Man, oh man, you want to talk about compliment magnet. It's the best of both worlds. Like Creed Aventus, King of Fragrances. And then Baccarat Rouge 540 is the compliment god. That fragrance right there never fails. It always smells good. It performs, and people they know what it is. It has some familiarity to it, okay? But it still hits no matter what. However, everybody don't got the hybrid. I remember I go front, Cubano, 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 Cubano. He was the one that put me onto this, and that's what kind of introduced me to Dua. All right, and I've been on the roll ever since. This fragrance right here is such a balance of the Baccarat Rouge and the Creed Aventus. A nice pineapple vibe, but the burnt cotton candy is right there. And it's just well blended. This lasts long. This has some seductiveness to it. Honestly, if out of all the hybrids, this is one that I do recommend that you should get in your collection. Others I would say, get your nose on them because they're not bad. But like I said, this is something that I've introduced people to the brand. I just think it's just a great fragrance, all right? It's a great representation of how a hybrid, how these two fragrances could come together and really make a masterpiece. They really can. So, number 6, man. I can't speak highly enough of this one. Creed Aventus, Baccarat Rouge 540. And yeah, this one started. If you go on the website, you'll see there's so many casino elixirs. It all started because of this. Casino Elixir. Check that one out. You will not be disappointed. Last but not least, this one is going to be another variation of Casino Elixir. Difference is this. Creed Aventus is known for its batch numbers. And the purpose of this, is to help identify which one may be heavier on the pineapple, heavier on the birch, heavy on the smokiness or the woodiness, okay? So Dua has done the same. They have done, different variations to either imitate what Creed has done, or they have made adjustments to it and how they feel may be a better version of that fragrance. This fragrance right here is Casino Elixir 2.0. Right? So with this one, what makes this a bit different than the first one, they add juniper berries. They also added ISO E Super and Ambroxan crystals. Casino Elixir 2.0. This also has pineapple, apple, bergamot, blackcurrant, almond, saffron, birch, jasmine, grandiflorum, cedarwood, ambergris, amberwood, patchouli, and oak moss. This has definitely got some spins too. I've definitely wore this fragrance. Now, this one, if you are familiar with Dua's catalog, this Aventus smells like their Poseidon remixed Mod 3. And that's personally my favorite version of Dua's Creed Aventus inspirations. The reason being, the pineapple is so juicy. It's a bit of a fresher take. It's a real juicy pineapple. I've told people before, I've had someone's wife come up to me and tell their husband to smell me, and that makes that smell so good. And I consider that version of Creed Aventus to be Mr. Steal Your Girl. You feel me? So now imagine Mr. Steal Your Girl with Baccarat Rouge 540. Man, listen, this shit's gonna make divorces. Like I said, bright, juicy pineapple. This is going to be a bit more vibrant than the original Casino Elixir, a bit more fresher as well. It smells good, well balanced, all right? Just more juicier in the pineapple aspect. Casino Elixir, the OG or the 2.0, I don't think you can go wrong with. That comes to preference. You know what I mean? If you want that more juicier, brighter version, 2.0. But if you want something that's still sexy, seductive, not as bright, but still upbeat, you know what I mean? Still a vibe. Get the OG. Now, see, I think you can never go wrong with the OG because then you can see why 2.0 is creating all these other variations of casino looks. I think that will kind of help set the tone and help you, you know what I mean, have better expectations with the fragrances at hand. So, I gave you all seven fragrances that are hybrids, and the common denominator is Creed Aventus, the king of fragrances. Listen, get your nose on some of these, you know what I mean? You might be surprised how well these hybrids smell, how well blended they are, how good they may smell on you, and the type of attention you may get wearing them. I mean, I've gotten my fair share, so I'm just trying to spread the love, you feel me? And with that being said, make sure you smell your best. You stay blessed. Till next time, fellas. Peace.